Hi everyone, Kevin here from Golf Guy Reviews and welcome to my garden. We're going to do something a little bit different today and I thought I would show you what's in my bag. So normally you see me reviewing golf shoes, clothing and tech, and I really hope you enjoy those videos. But today I thought I'd actually show you what is in my bag and what are the clubs I use when I'm out on the course playing and reviewing the shoes really. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's quite a unique bag, I'd say. There's quite a few older clubs in now. I've tried newer clubs, I've tried fittings, and I just haven't managed to beat the numbers of some of these old trusty reliables. So let me know in the comments whether you use any of these clubs, how you get on with them. Let me know what you think of my bag. Hope you enjoyed the video, so give it a thumbs up if you do, and make sure you subscribe to my channel where you can keep up to date on all the latest reviews of golf shoes, clothing and tech, right here on Golf Guy Reviews. And you might have just seen my cat run through the back of the shop. Right, so let's start things off with the irons, and at the moment in the bag I've got the Ping G Series irons. I've got them, actually what have I got them in? I've got them from a sand wedge, and then I've got a gap wedge, pitching wedge, and then it goes up to a 5 iron. Now I really like the way that these work for me, to be honest. I got them fitted, so as you can see here I've got them in the blue dot, which I think is maybe 1.5 degrees, maybe 2 degrees upright, I can't quite remember. But where I'm taller and the way that I swing the club, upright fit me a little bit better. So I really like these. I bought them brand new, even though there was actually 2 newer versions out. So, you know, these are a good few years old now. But I bought them a couple of years ago, bought them brand new for about £450, I think it was, and getting fit for them. Really like the feel of them. To be honest, you know, they look fine. They look nice. I'm not one of those people that really cares about the way that a golf club looks. I'm far more practical. You see Bubbles in the background there. Everyone wave hello to Bubbles. I'm not too bothered about the way that they look, as I say. I'm more about how they perform for me. I'm all about the performance. So, you know, these perform really well for me. I've got them in a stiff shaft, I think, I can't remember, a Ping AWT 2.0 Nippon shaft, whatever that means to all you shaftoids out there. But yeah, generally they perform really well for me. As I say, I've got them from a sand wedge and I've got a gap wedge in there as well, and then it takes me right up to a 5 iron. I really like these, they go really well for me. A pitching wedge for me goes about 125 to 130, and my 7 iron will go, on a good day it will go about 175, on a not so good day it will go about 155. So that's the kind of distances I'm getting out of them there. Can't get them back in the bloody thing now. See you in the background, just having a lovely time. We'll just leave all that in. Right, in terms of wedges, I said that I've got a pitching wedge, a gap wedge and a sand wedge in the Ping G series. So I don't really need too much. I did used to have, well in fact I've got 2 versions of these clubs, but I've got a 58 degree in the Cleveland, what's this called again? The CG15. There you go. And I use this really, you know, just, this will go about 80 yards in a full shot, but generally I use it if I need to chip over stuff that's in quite close proximity to the green. The reason why I got these, because they were cheap. I picked this club up, I think, for around £30 off the top of my head, a couple of years ago, brand new from American Golf. Still with a wrapper on it. I've got a 58 and I've got a 54 in the shed as well, but the 54 is the same loft as my sand iron, and to be honest, I prefer the forgiveness and ease of hitting the Ping G series out of the bunker compared to hitting the 54 degree. It's just got a bigger face, bigger sole, just gives me that little bit more protection, I think, out of the bunkers. But I really do like this club because it generates tons of spin, and it was dead cheap. You can see as well where it was a black club, I don't know if it's kind of quite picking up, but it's kind of worn off as well. I like that kind of effect. Although you've got to be warned, previous to these irons, I did have a set of Nicholas Air Draws that I bought from American Golf, and they were a black club that looked awesome, but I really didn't like the way that they faded, actually. It wasn't for me, so I actually just went with the good old stainless steel clubs that you've got here. I think they're stainless steel, I don't know. Right, moving up in the bag, and let's go on to the hybrids. So what we've got here is the Taylormade R7 Draw. Now I've got this, in fact I've got quite a few versions of this club. I've got at the moment in the bag a 3 hybrid, which is a 19 degree, and I've also got a 4 hybrid in exactly the same specs in regards to shaft and lie, and I've got that in a 22, I think, let me check. Yeah, 22 degree in the 4 hybrid. I love this club. I know it's old. I know that there's tons of new technology that have come out since, but for me, this does a job and it does it really, really well. Both of them are so reliable for me. If I'm having a bad day off the tee, I'll just leave the driver in the bag and I'll start using these, and I know that I can just, I call it tickle shots. I tickle these down the fairway, 200 yards, nice and easy, doddle. If I'm on a par 5 and I want to try and reach the green, I can make this go 200 yards, 220 yards, not a problem, off of the deck as well. So I absolutely love them. What I really like about this club is the weight in the bottom of it. It is seriously, seriously heavy. In fact, I've got other clubs in the shed. In fact, let me go find them. Let's have a look. Right, let's go have a look. What have we got in here? Let's have a look. We've got, let's see, we've got this one, and we've got this one, and we've got this one. Lovely. Right, so what I've just dug out from the shed is another Taylormade R7 3 hybrid. This one's got the graphite shaft, and it's in a stiff flex, 55 stiff flex, but I much preferred the weight of the steel shaft. So this is just a regular, Taylormade T-Step 90 regular flex steel shaft. Should I be hitting a regular flex shaft with the swing speed I've got? The rules say no, but I don't care. This just feels so right. So I really like the weight that this gives me and the confidence. I can hit it off the fairway. I can hit it out off the tee box. I can hit out the rough when I'm in a bit of trouble. A little bit of trouble. I don't know why I said that. And you know, it really, really works well. I've tried new hybrids in the past. Look, I managed to pick up from my pro shop, what we got here, a Titleist 3 hybrid. It's a 915H. You know, much more adjustability. I can change the lie of it so it suits me more like my irons do. I just still can't get as much distance out of this as I can with the heavier, older Taylormade. So, you know, for me personally, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Until someone can come along that can beat my numbers and beat the confidence that I get with the hybrid, I'm just going to stick with the old school club. Sounded a bit dodgy. One other club that I did dig out from the loft as well was this one. It's yet another Taylormade R7 Draw, but it's a 6 hybrid. Look at that. It's a 28-degree hybrid. Steel shaft, regular flex, and I love this club, but it's not in the bag at the moment. And it's not in the bag because my ego won't let me have it in the bag, which is probably a really bad thing I shouldn't be saying, but I'm going to be honest with you guys down the camera. This is the easiest club in the world to hit. A 6 hybrid, off the tee, goes 160 yards down the middle every time for me. It gives me so much confidence. And yet, my ego won't let me keep it in the bag now because I feel that I'm a better player than one that needs a 6-degree hybrid. I'm probably not. In fact, I know I'm not a better player, so this should go back in the bag. Maybe it will go back in the bag. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should be using a 6-degree hybrid? I play off a 20 at the moment. I'm a better player than 20. It's just that I've let my handicap slip. You know, I can hit, for example, I can hit my 6 iron. It goes about 180, to be honest, when I really clean it out. So should I be using a 6-degree hybrid? Right, let's get on to the big sticks. So first of all, we have got a 3 wood in the bag. Now this is a Ben Ross cover, HTX, but it's not a Ben Ross 3 wood. It's actually a Mizuno JPX850. Now I think this is one of the most gorgeous looking clubs that I've ever owned. That blue colourway with the little white accents and the little bits on the edges, oh, I think it does look gorgeous. I know I said earlier that I'm not necessarily bothered about my irons. It's true, I'm not, but this does look classy. Annoyingly, when was it? In the winter last year, so 2019, I tried to hit this on a par 5 out of some heavy rough. The ball was just sitting up the top and I skied it. You see that there? Oh, what a muppet. But, you know, never mind, is what it is. Doesn't bother me too much. I picked this up in my clubhouse. It was a demo club. See, on the sticker here, it says £129 in the sale. I picked it up for 50 quid. 50 quid for all the adjustability that this gives me. So at the moment, I've got this 3 wood set in a 16-degree upright position. So again, it matches my irons that I've got an upright club in the bag. That really helps me out. I can cream this anywhere between 230 and 250. I struggle hitting it off the deck. That's why I've got the irons in the bag, because I prefer that extra weight that the, I said irons, didn't I? I mean hybrids. I prefer the extra weight that the hybrids give me. Gives me a little bit more extra confidence. But off the tee, if I need something a little bit safer than the driver, if it's a little bit more narrow, then this is the one for me. I've got this in a regular flex Fujikara Speeder Motori shaft. I don't know, there you go, for all you shaft boys out there. Again, I know I should be hitting a stiff shaft in regards to my swing speed, but you know, generally when I hit this, I'm taking a little bit off of it because I want to keep it, you know, on the fairway. So it doesn't really matter. It works for me. I like it. It looks good. 50 quid, bargain. Right, last but not least, let's take a look at the big dog. Let's get the driver out the bag. It is a Callaway. First of all, I love this head cover. I love the boxing design of it, the boxing glove design. I think it looked really cool. It's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear now, just kind of where I always keep pulling out the bags, throwing the cover on the floor, all that kind of stuff. But never mind, maybe we'll get a new head cover. But this is the Callaway XR16. I've got this in a 10.5 degree loft, and I've actually currently got it knocked down 1 degree. So I've got it in a 9.5 loft in the neutral setting. And I bought this in American Golf a good few years ago now. It was between this and the Taylormade M2, and I just felt so much more comfortable with this club. This club went further, it had better kind of distribution, or dispersion I should say. And so definitely this is a club for me. I've tried other newer drivers as well since, and actually I'm just sticking with this one for now because it still goes a fair old way. Out on the course I can hit this 250 yards of a carry. Down at the driving range when I really want to try and bomb them, you've seen I can kind of get out to 280, 290 with a hell of a lot of rollout as well. So, you know, I can hit it a fair old way. I've got a Speedster 565 Evolution stiff flex Fujikara shaft in it. It's red, it looks leery. I love a little bit of leeriness on the golf course. And you can see here, in terms of my strike, it is all over the place, and I've skied a few as well. But again, I don't care. I also chipped the back of it because I dropped it once out in the car park. It fell out the bag. Never mind, is what it is. I like my clubs to have a little bit of character on them. But yeah, really, really impressed with this. You can't adjust the lie angle of it. You can only adjust draw or fade setting or neutral. And also you can adjust, the loft. You can go 2 degrees up and you can go 1 degree down. So I've gone 1 degree down because I'm starting to now hit up on the golf ball, which is a lot better. Yeah, so generally I really, really like this driver. You can pick it up pretty cheap now as well. You can definitely get it second hand for probably around 150, maybe even less than that, to be honest. And it's a very, very good driver for the money. You've got like the turbulators on the top. That was just kind of the beginning of the trend of turbulators. They're not too extreme. They're just kind of subtly on there. I like that. You've got this matte black finish on the top, which looks really, really cool. And then you've got the blue kind of jets on the bottom. Really, really classy. Quite simple looking, but it does the job. Right, I can't believe I nearly almost forgot this bad boy. My putter, of course. So, what have we got? We've got the old school Odyssey 2-ball. It is very, very old. I think I bought it off of Golf Bidder for about 50, maybe 60 pounds a couple of years ago. I put my own Super Stroke grip on it. I've got the 3.0 Slim, and to be fair, look at the state of that. It probably needs a good clean, or maybe even needs replacing soon. But I really love the confidence that the Super Stroke gives me. I love the soft feel, and to be fair, the forgiveness of this putter. I love the weightiness of it, and you know, generally it's an absolute classic. Can't go wrong with an old school 2-ball. So there you go. That's what's in my bag. Sorry that I couldn't do it down the driving range, but you know, we're currently under lockdown here in the UK. But if you're interested, then definitely I can do one later on, and I'll show you actually how far I can hit these clubs. It's more of an ego thing, to be honest. Would you care? But you never know. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see that. Let me know if you've got any of these clubs, especially ones such as old as, you know, I think this is like 11 or 12 years old now, the R7 Draw hybrids. I just love them so much. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date on all my latest reviews of golf shoes, clothing and tech right here on Golf Guy Reviews.